E aí, pessoal, tudo bem? Aqui quem fala é o Ebert. Sejam bem-vindos à primeira live aqui no canal do Bunker do E7. Eu vou continuar a minha jogatina de Starfield. Eu ainda tô bem no comecinho, eu acabei de chegar em Nova Atlântida. Só fiz a missão da constelação. E tem várias coisas aqui agora para explorar na cidade. Então bora lá. Então eu vou tentar essa vaga de emprego aqui.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
Wow, you look completely
Então, tem várias companhias aqui. Candidatar. Boas-vindas ao processo de candidatura de emprego da Building Industry. Responder todas as perguntas. Ambiente corporativo. Nenhuma. Tá, muito básico, vai. Média. Superior completo, vai. Não. Tá, enviar. Mas agora eu vou ter que fazer uma...
Ryujin Industries is looking for the young.
viagem para outro plano. Quero explorar mais aqui. Falar com o sargento.
Bright minds of the future. Apply today at the nearest campus.
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues. Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave, Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested?
Vai.
Well, first things first, I have to ask. Do you have any security experience at all? It sure counts for something. I mean, you're alive. And resilience is definitely an important trait for any officer. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details. You know, MAST, the Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. Giant building in the center of the city? Headquarters of the entire United Colonies? I really should have given you a more thorough interview. Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works. Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business.
Tá bom.
Let me know if you have any questions.
Fazer essa missão aqui. Essa cidade é tão grande que toda hora tem que ficar pegando o trem. Aquela hora tava parecendo que o marcador era em cima. Ah, ok, ele vai me levar pro elevador.
The security of the United Colonies is every citizen's responsibility, but we try and do the bulk of the work. The fewer people there are thinking about Aegis on a daily basis, the easier my job is. No, my parents would never have been so presumptuous. Every agent who joins Aegis gets to choose a pseudonym, pending approval, of course. I chose this for myself when I signed on. I have, of course, since learned that I am not nearly as smart as I thought I was as a younger man. I suppose none of us are.
Tá, me explica aí.
We're the intelligence arm of the United Colonies. Think of it this way. UC security responds to threats. It's Aegis's job to anticipate and prevent them. I'm the acting head of Aegis, the intelligence division here in Mast. I oversee all our active projects and agents in the field, and I'm afraid that's about as much detail as I can give you. All you really need to know is that we're here to serve and we're the good guys. Our main priority is the safety and security of the citizens and assets of the United Colonies, wherever they may be. We keep an eye on, well, everything.
Esse aqui tá sugestivo.
Well, you're certainly entitled to that opinion, and there are plenty of others who share it. We'll be looking out for you just the same.
Ih,
Ah, right. You're Sergeant Yumi's recruit. You're taller than I expected. Statistical average, psychological tendencies, a sergeant's need to tower over his subordinates. But really, it was just a joke. I meant nothing by it. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis. We think non-UC affiliated groups have their eye on it, and are using it to identify field agents. Normally, we just burn the location, but we didn't get this intel until after the drop. So we're going to need non-Aegis personnel to do the pickup to cover our tracks. Well, I told the sergeant that anyone hired for this job should get my stamp of approval first. Nothing personal. It's just this sort of work isn't part of your normal detail. Take the Nat to the spaceport. There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi and the job's done.
perguntar.
You really should know better than to ask for classified intel. What is this, your first day on the job? Don't worry, I'm just giving you a hard time. I still can't tell you what's in the package, though. Good luck.
Ok.
Yes?
Yes? What?
Tá muito fácil.
How's the investigation going? Still have questions? Go ahead and ask. Nicely done. It's really hard to find good help these days. That being said, my luck seems to be turning around. We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you. Who knew all I had to do was put up a sign? Well, I have you now, so I probably won't hire another person for a while. Anyway, here's your payment. And if I have any more work for you, I'll let you know.
Vamos lá coletar a dívida.
A diplomatic visa? You got to be kidding me. Invoice haven't needed diplomatic visas.
Atualiza. Peraí, tá aqui. porta acho que dá pra usar. Ainda tô um pouco perdido com os controles. Viagem. Alguém em casa?
You went to a lot of effort to find me. Goddamn Gallbank. Will they ever give up? I'm gonna give you one chance. Leave. Let some other errand boy do Gallbank's dirty business. Otherwise, it's not gonna end well for you, my friend.
Tá me desafiando.
Why the hell would I do that? No, it's not that simple. Don't get bent out of shape. Easy, easy. Let's see if there's another way out of this. All right, all right. Took me ages to collect this. But I just want a decent night's sleep. And here, debt repaid. Now get the hell out of here.
Ok, obrigado. Vamos ver o que tem. Colocar pra pôr. Bastante chumbo aqui. Tô indo pro marcador, mas eu tenho que... Nave, velho. O símbolo dela era pra aparecer aqui, não? Eita, me perdi no planeta vazio. Mais fácil. E vamos lá entregar o dinheiro pro banco. 10.
Data collection. We have the results from our survey ready for retrieval.
Tá, vai.
Organic life support systems online. Opening hatch for boarding.
Marcar na nave.
The hatch is open. You may board when ready.
Embarco. Sim, agora eu embarquei. Não, meu Deus. Fiz o contrário.
First contact protocols require a step-by-step procedural response.
Tô entendendo, peraí. O marcador tá me confundindo. Opa.
Since signals are sent at the speed of light, any
Mas
transmission from
como que eu faço
extraterrestrial
para
life
entrar na outra
will likely
nave?
be from a remnant civilization.
Fazendo errado.
Materials for human consumption are stored on the ship in the event of an emergency. Burst transmissions can have a multitude of sources, like the orbital motion of a star, such as a neutron or early OB-type star. Welcome aboard, valued team member. Are you here to collect or observe? This ship is tasked with the interception and transmission of various radio signals in hopes of making contact with extraterrestrial life. Current data suggests the probability of first contact is error. Number too small to compute. Human personnel requires additional cost and maintenance issues that would cause this project to exceed budget, while fiscal efficiency is reevaluated annually. Trends suggest human crew will only grow more costly over time relative to their robot counterparts. Delivery complete. Please enjoy a complimentary beverage from the break room before you leave.
Isso, ganhei até uma bebida.
We have detected a series of FRBs, fast radio bursts, from a nearby system, but have been unable to identify its origins.
Não vou fazer nada, então vou embora. A minha bebida. Aonde está a minha bebida? indo direto. Tem que voltar. Tem que entregar uma carta aqui também. Uma missão. É essa aqui, ó. E no espaço eu vou entregar essa carta. Faz. Carteiro.
Suppose that would explain the brownouts. So, what's this going to run?
If there are no other surprises, mid-5 figures.
5 figures? 5? Fine. Do it. I'll be at the bar. Find me when it's done.
We're on it, sir.
Paro caro esse, hein?
Always nice to kick back and breathe some air.
What's your name?
Lá com Trevor.
I have a pen pal in New Atlantis. We've never met in person, but she's still one of my best friends.
Eu quero falar.
20 years ago, I moved to Sidonia on a whim. Never thought I'd stay for as long as I have.
Aí eu sou curioso, vai.
Not to get all sappy, but I lost a son in the war. It's been 20 years, but it still makes my brain a bit swirly thinking about it. Just never got to say goodbye, you know? That bugs me. So I come here to try and get peace. Joy and Horace? I think they get along well enough. Sure, they argue, but that's a good thing. Disagreement's healthy. What good are your beliefs if you never have to defend them? Still doing things by hand, huh? I keep telling her she needs to act her age, not the stone one. But some people think being difficult builds character. Oh well. Let's see what she wrote. Oh no. I hope this doesn't mean... No, not quite. But the way this reads, I don't have much time. I need to go see her. If she's really on death's door, then this could be my only chance. Thank you for bringing me this.
Caramba. Fala mais com ela.
Center on P1 is a good.
Tempo de eu ler.
Sorry, we've got it back. Stand clear, please.
Tá bom. nave tá em cima. Ação. Anda bem longinho onde que essa nave tá. Anda aqui. Baixo. Nossa, ainda tá lá na frente. Vamos voltar para Alpha Centauri.
I mean it. My favorite credit analyst is back. You got Mr. Maliki to pay up, alive no less. Now this is what I was hoping for. My superiors are thrilled, ecstatic. Absolutely. Listen, I'm really feeling this working together, aren't you? So if you want another delinquent, let me know. We'll keep this going. But here is your well-deserved finder's fee. I threw in a little extra for handling it well. I got a new job for you, if you're up for it. So chalk this one up to a very fine but clearly overworked credit checker that accidentally approved a sizable loan, then turned out to be murdering space scum. A real black guy, I know. I'm thinking conversation is not really going to be an option on this one, friend. It's all a matter of scale. Gal Bank processes umpteen loans a day. Inevitably, mistakes are made, and that's when I get the call. A sort of fiscal circle of life, if you will. Well, you are really something, you know. Here's all the details, and thanks.
Esse aqui já sugeriu para fazer uma abordagem mais agressiva, né? Nossa, é muita coisa. Fala com o sargento.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite part-time security officer. Crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale. It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people. Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can fill in the gaps. Men like him aren't very generous with their time. They want you to solve a case without ever having to lift a finger themselves. Not that he'd be much of a witness, given that he was still half drunk when he got here, and somehow even more so when he left. Sorry, wrong word. Rich people don't get drunk, they get inebriated.
Tá bom.
Which is another way of saying highly unreliable. Good. Report back here when the matter's resolved. The restaurant over in the residential district caters to a very fancy clientele. It's the kind of place where forks come in different sizes, depending on the food. Let me know if you have any questions.
Ok, vamos lá resolver o problema do rico, né?
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic trees.
I do hope all of our signature dishes are unique to the Roost. You won't find anything like them anywhere else.
A most unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio had been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats. I wasn't witness to any theft, and both men were wearing rings, if I recall correctly. Well, the one who stayed with UC Security, Octavio, is a shorter man, handsome and refined. His favorite menu item is the Saint, I believe. The other, Hugo Fournier, is a tall, slender gentleman with a French accent. Excellent tipper, well-mannered, but a bit hot-tempered. Oh, yes, quite often. They had a usual table over in the far corner, with all the traditional accoutrements. Music, candles, wine. You see where I'm going with this. But this time the two had barely sat down before the argument got heated. Thankfully, security stepped in before anyone got hurt. I assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC Security arrived. I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there.
The Dawn's Roost represents the highest quality, from the ingredients to the decor. No expense is spared. Anyone who has sampled our offerings will assure you it is all worth it. Right away.
É bem carinho.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, I can't believe that Octavio. That liar, that manipulator, that... That lying, cheating, foul piece of Dawn Glider dropping. If I had my way, I'd tie him to the back of a ship and jump it right into the nearest star. 5 years we were together, half a decade! And he threw it all away for that waiter. It was supposed to be a romantic dinner, our last before we pledged our lives to each other. But an hour before, I decided to do some cleaning to calm my nerves. I picked up a pair of pants he left on the floor, and out falls a napkin from the Dawn's Roost with a number written on the back. To think He had the audacity to schedule a date with me at the same restaurant? I was livid! Still, I went to the date and held it together just long enough for the waiter to serve us, then I went off!
Ainda bem que descobriu antes, né?
He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return. I don't care. I'm not giving it to you.
Vamos ver.
Is that what the law says? To be honest, I am not sure. Well, I was going to pawn it off. But what if I don't get a good price? And every second with it is excruciating. Fine. I may be extremely agitated, but I want no part of a UC prison. Here.
Nice day for a picnic.
Not what I'm saying.
Antes de ir, eu quero pegar outras coisas. O controle desconectou.
Please keep moving.
Good to see you again. Can I get you something? Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis? Nope, sorry. Can't pull one over on me. I'm good with faces, and I don't recognize yours. Go ahead and make yourself comfortable, new guy. Let me know if there's anything I can get you. I hear there's some sort of citizens group trying to get the old Valroon embassy torn down. When I first heard about it, I thought it was a bit extreme, but really, would you want to move into that place? Me neither. And it's not like they're ever coming back. House Valroon, I mean? Well, at least not make nice and be all diplomatic. We all know how that went. You know, I had a guy in here last week ranting that General Shao ought to send the Marines down into the well. I'm usually all for letting folks speak their mind. Most times it can't be helped after a few drinks. But that was just too much. Anybody stuck living in the well, it almost certainly isn't by choice. And things down there aren't that bad. Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous, galaxy-wide. Well, at the moment, it's what's not in it that's an issue right now. I don't have everything for the recipe. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me. Ah, yes. What with all these extra credits cluttering up the place, why didn't I think of that? Sorry, snark isn't helpful. This stuff was pricey to get a hold of the first time. I submitted all the paperwork, believe me. It won't amount to anything, but I did it. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo. I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this? God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need.
Eita, mulher. Vai ficar aí mesmo? Como assim?
I know a few things, but not much. The cargo is being held down at the spaceport, not in the security office. Still, they use the same access cards. If you had one, it'd work. How or why you would have a UC security access card is none of my business, of course. I'm sure I'm better off not knowing. Beyond that, the ship decks over there might also be able to get in. I don't know any of them, or I'd be talking to them instead of you. No offense. Like I said, I submitted the usual security release forms. But because my cargo is tied up with a bunch of, again, totally unrelated illegal stuff, I don't expect the forms to matter. At all. I went and talked to an officer at the office, too. Yumi. Sergeant, maybe? He was polite, but unhelpful. I declined to suggest that as their new slogan. New Atlantis Security. Polite, but unhelpful. Truth in advertising, eh? I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you. Lucky for you, that is literally my job. What can I get you?
O David me dá uma bebida de brinde, né?
Catch you later.
I really love this place. Couldn't imagine living anywhere else.
Muita atividade aqui ainda. Esse cara aqui, eu ajudei ele com uma pesquisa a respeito de um problema que estava tendo nas árvores aqui.
Ah, well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? I hadn't expected to run into you again. Yes, well, I had good reason to be distressed. You had already helped me establish that there is something unprecedented going on with this tree. Now my superiors have been made aware. There is growing concern. Oh my. A bit of an unintentional pun, isn't that? Well, concern that things are going to get worse. The data we gathered points to a definitive trend. The vibrations coming from this tree are increasing in strength and frequency. Because we've never seen this before, not on this scale, we have absolutely no idea what the upper limit is. We don't know when or even if this will stop. It's imperceptible by normal human standards now, but given time. While I hesitate to speculate on the possibilities, well, none of them are good. I am attempting to formulate one, yes. But until I have all of the relevant information, it is impossible to do so. There is data regarding other, younger members of the species. Unfortunately, there are some, shall we say, personal issues with acquiring it. Personnel issues, if you understand me. What? No, that is ridiculous. I am a professional. One of the other researchers in MAST, Emilio Hadek, has research I believe could be vital to my work here. He and I don't see eye to eye, and so far he's refused to turn it over to me. I'm hoping that if someone else were to ask, he might be more inclined to relinquish it. What do you say? Oh, thank you. Last I knew, he was on a field assignment somewhere near the outskirts of the city. Perhaps it's best if you don't mention my name in the process?
Tá bom, fica tranquilo.
Could you stand a little to the left? I think you're blocking my readings. Freeze. I see what's going on here. You're working with Kelton, aren't you? Nice try, but it's not happening. No. No way. Kelton is actively ruining my career. There's no chance that I'm helping him with anything. Whatever this thing is he's on about, he's just doing it to make himself look good with the higher-ups. I'm not helping him with that. Yeah, that's all very touching. But cathartic or not, my career would still be in flames. He really won't let this go, will he? Maybe I can make this work in my favor. Okay, you know what? I'll hand over the data. But I'm only going to do so after you've helped me secure a better position in MAST.
Ah, meu Deus.
Oh, don't worry. You're just going to erase some files for me. Make sure I look good next time promotions get passed around.
E aí?
Well, then I guess we don't have anything else to discuss, and Kelton can just forget about getting his hands on the data. See you around. Changed your mind, did you? Willing to help me get a promotion? Wait, really? Wow. Okay. Okay. I've gotten a few bad performance evaluations in the last couple of years. Totally unjustified, incredibly unfair. I found a backdoor into the MAST network so I could make some changes to my personnel file. But it turns out the chief engineer knows what she's doing. The only way to get access is from the terminal in her apartment, which is kind of locked. Sorry, that's not on the table. Advancing my career is the right thing to do, so that's what I'm focused on. Kelton already made this personal, you know. I'm just fixing it. If that's true, seems like a good reason to hold on to it until I've got what I need. Enough. The deal is the deal. You get Kelton's stupid data when I know that the files have been wiped from the chief engineer's terminal. Just get in, access her terminal, delete the files, and get out. Really simple. Between you and me, as little as possible. I'm just kidding, of course. I work really, really hard at my job. Studied in computational bioscience, did some time in agrogenetics. These days, I just help out wherever I can. Waiting for a good opportunity. Maybe an opening in administration. You know how it goes.
Eu tentei persuadir ele, né? Claramente não deu certo. Vou arrombar o apartamento então.
With the consignment shop closed, your first day tomorrow?
Yeah, I officially passed my certificate. You're looking...
Eu tô sem... Vai dar pra fazer ela agora. Pra frente, então. Tá, eu vou ter que arrumar então um negócio pra conseguir arrombar a porta. Bem, é isso então, pessoal. Vou conseguir o que eu preciso lá e no próximo vídeo eu entro no apartamento, beleza? Obrigado para quem ficou aqui assistindo e a gente se vê numa próxima.